Paul Manafort is the worst liar on the planet. Let's take a look.
So to be clear, Mr. Trump has no financial relationships with any Russian oligarchs.
That's what he said. That's what I said. That's obviously what our position is.
Well, can we turn to the issue?
Oh, that's what you lied. You lied. I was thinking. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that the worst lie I've ever seen in my life? It's got to be. It's got to be up there. It's like the check's in the mail. So, it's on a topic that I'm still unclear about. There's whether he was somehow connected to a Russian oligarch who was somehow connected to Putin, who eventually Paul Manafort became Donald Trump's, who eventually became Donald Trump's campaign manager from March 2016 through August 2016. He had been, apparently, this is the story, he had been paid by, I don't know, Olav the oligarch. Let's just call him Olav the oligarch. It's a great name. He was paying Paul Manafort $10 million a year to give a pro-Putin message to some of the Eastern Bloc states, as well as push away any negative Putin commentary out there, any negative Putin propaganda, push that out of the way. So basically, he was a propagandist, which is probably, a really good talent to have if you're going to be running a campaign, like, say, for Donald Trump. Like I said before, I'm not 100% sure on who was involved in what and what have you. I'm not going to speculate on that. What I will speculate on is what we just saw in that video. He was talking about Donald Trump's taxes, whether or not he was going to show those, and the way he stammers, the way he moves his shoulder, the pantomime. It's like, my father was a pantomime genius. He's the heavyweight champion of Sicilian liars, and this man he's a featherweight. He'd be killed in the ring with my father. He was an asshole. Anyway, this guy just gave a clinic on how to get caught telling a lie. When anybody answers with a stammer, or like Kellyanne Conway a few months back with the alternative facts, every time I think about it, she goes, that's alternative facts? And you can have those alternative facts. These are the lies that you see on a daily basis. And, I think that we're all getting a little bit more privy to how a liar operates. We see it every day on television. It's just become so old hat that you're like, okay, that guy's lying. Oh, that lady is definitely lying. Well, this guy is lying too. And whether or not there's some criminality going on, I will not speculate. I will say that there is plenty of stuff to chase Donald Trump after. He's got his daughter in the White House. She was not elected to anything, but now she's getting security clearance. She's still doing her business deals abroad, but yet she has security clearance, can sit in on meetings with her father. I mean, classic nepotism. You can't believe that this is going on, but yeah, you could fight him on that. You could fight him on the fact that the very first thing he did when he got to office was cut a tax benefit to middle-class families buying a home for the first time. He cut out that tax abatement. You could fight him on the emoluments, the fact that he has not just business interests in other countries and, in Trump buildings with his big fat name on it because he loves his big fat gold name. Oh, it's fantastic. Matches his big fat gold hair and his big orange Cheeto face. The man is a narcissist through and through, and with a slightly lower IQ than average and a slightly bigger ego than average. It's a deadly combination. You could fight him on the fact that he owes ungodly sums of money to international banks all over the place. You think he's not going to do these banks favors? Like, hey, if you let some of this debt slide, I can hook you up. Trust me, it'll be fantastic. He's going to do it. You know he's going to do it. He's already doing stuff like that. There are so many things to fight him on. You know, the lie that he told, we're going to use American steel for our pipelines. It's not going to be American steel. He says, I'll leave it up to their discretion. You know, just as long as he got the talking point out there, then he can change his mind. You know, I'm going to create so many jobs. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be terrific. It's going to be tremendous. Your head's going to be spinning. And my mouth looks like a little butthole. But he's talking about creating jobs. Okay, he's creating jobs for this pipeline. There's like 50 temporary jobs, and there are 35 permanent jobs with the pipeline once you get it built and running. The Dakota Access Pipeline, it's already built. The only thing that was left was the little connector. They did everything else all around it. Now they want to go under that body of water by the Standing Rock Sioux. That was the last thing that they had to do, and that's what they fought so hard to get. They snuck it in there. But it's already been built, so there's not going to be any steel necessary for this pipeline. It's already done. You know, what about the truck drivers? They used to ship the oil. They're out of a job because of the pipeline. What about the train operators and the people that work at the train yards loading it up? Those are jobs that are not going to be done anymore by them because of the pipeline. So he might be creating some jobs, creating so many jobs. But you're getting rid of so many jobs. This guy, this businessman, who somehow managed to miracle killing not one, but 3 casinos. A money-making business. All the odds are on the house, and you are the house, and you lose. He had Trump steaks. They were awful. They failed. Trump water. You know, if there was Trump air, we would be choking to fucking death. We're constantly getting this Russia thing. Maybe there's some smoke. Okay, I'll give you that. There's some smoke. Maybe there's some fire. You keep digging. I hope they keep digging. I hope it is a independent commission. Doesn't look like it. You know, Donald Trump's got his guy in the investigation, and instead of talking to the committee first, he runs home and he tells Donald Trump, "Oh, this is what we found out." That's like arresting a guy, putting him in a holding cell, bringing him out in interrogation, interrogating him, and then coming up to him and say, okay, we found this information on you. You better get out of town. So, I mean, I hope that they do keep digging, and if they find something great, if they don't, we can move on. I don't want to completely bog down our democratic process because we want to investigate something that they think is going to possibly get Donald Trump out of office. Look, just put it in your mind that this asshat is going to be our president for 4 years. Let's fight him on the fronts that we can fight him. Fight him on the evidence that we have. When there are things that he does that are illegal, which he does often, fight him on those things. Definitely. Don't give up that fight. I will fight him as much as I can too. But fight him on the things that we know. Don't fight him on the things that are just speculative just because it's a juicy, sexy story. You throw Russia in the mix, ooh, it's sexy. But what are we, in 1957? You know, are you Joe McCarthy? Are we going to have a Russian scare again? I mean, look, all you got to do is know your history. You just go back. You realize that that thing was a propped up bullshit investigation. None of this was illegal. None of it. But they made it seem so because they gave America a common enemy. Are we going to start this over again? Are we going to start beating the drums of war? I mean, we've got Rachel fucking Maddow, who is a Rhodes Scholar and supposed to be a very intelligent woman. She's up there touting war with Russia with some of her rhetoric. It's scary. I don't want us to get distracted on something that's going to get this raging Cheeto, so much anger, so he's just going to, oh, fuck it, I'm going to push the red button and blow up everything. Fight him on the stuff that he's doing that's illegal. You can get him on that. You can cause him to be ineffectual. He'll just be the joke president for the next 3.5 years, and he'll make comedians very happy to give him material. And you will marginalize him, and that's the whole idea. Fight him on the things that he does, not on the things that you want him to have done. You can beat him. Fight him with facts. Hey, this is Antoinette from Transistor Rodeo. If you like what you saw here, please subscribe for more videos and content, and you can follow me on Twitter at Transistor Rodeo.